Today's October 23rd. It's my second video for the day. This is Tom Murphy at Maple Ridge, home of the Super Turbo 701, and I'm still working on my right wing. I've got the home built videos with John Crock, and the part that I'm doing now is not in my plans, but I think it's well worth the effort. What I'm doing is putting the stiffeners on the top side of the wing. You can see, I don't know, you can't really see it, I mean, you can feel with that in place. And then we'll come down here and just look at this one. See how wobbly that is? So what I did was I took some angle, some regular angle, and from Zenith, of course, came with the kit. 690 millimeters long, following the same rivet line. What I do is line it up with a rib and just copy the holes over on the angle. And I take my bend, my squeezers, these tools here, and I just lay that in there, and I made that lay right in there perfectly flat. It's not structural, it's not up on the rear channel, and it's not riding up on the spar. It just fits in between. It really stiffens that wing up. There's going to be one here, actually between 5 and 6. There's going to be one in here between 4 and 5, and I'm going to have one in here between 2 and 3. The fuel tank, like I said, will be there, and so far it seems to be working. What I do is I lay this piece of channel in there after I put my center line on it, because it's hard to put a straight edge, so I mark my center line, and then what I do is I just lay it down in, just put it down in, and just slide it right up there next to, and just copy the holes over with a straight edge, so that way the rivet lines will all look nice and neat on the wing. So yeah, seems to be working out pretty good. This is the one for here, and then what I do is I measure over from center line to center line, and I have 600 millimeters. So I just come down here and make a line at 300 millimeters. Then I take my straight edge, this straight enough, I put that down in there right on my line, make the straight edge. After I drill these out, I just set these on that line, and I start on the bottom and start clecoing them in, and this one went in very nicely, nice and flat. One thing I did find out is you got to be very careful with the benders. It does not take a lot of crimping to get it. There's some tight ones down here, but virtually nothing up on the end. It runs out pretty flat. I had a little bit too much crimp in that. It was kind of lifting on me, so what I do is I take a hard surface and a rubber mallet and basically just set it on there and take the crimp out. Puts it right back where you want it without hurting the aluminum. So that's what's going on now. Once I get this done, I've got to finish putting this one. I'm going to finish the one between 4 and 5, and then I'll get the one in between 2 and 3 here, and then I'm going to put the bottom skin back on. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to start working on the fuel tanks. The fuel tanks, I've been patiently waiting. There's one there and one up there. So here in the next half hour or so, I'm going to get this skin back on. The skin is rolled up nicely over here, cleaned off. Everything still has to be cleaned up. I actually may go through before putting the bottom skin back on. I think what I'm going to do is go through and deburr everything on the bottom and put that skin on so it's ready to go. But anywho, that's where I'm at right now, and I think it's worth it. I mean, they're not structural, but it'll stop making the noise when you're flying. I know I've been in a couple different ones. You can hear the oil canning, not so much in the wings, but in the fuselage, but I think just anything to make it a little more rigid would be a little nicer. If you like the videos, hit the like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Tom Murphy from Maple Ridge, home of the Super Turbo 701.